Good morning, everybody, and welcome to OptionPit.com, your home for options education and trading. That handsome guy there is Mark Sebastian, our co-founder. I'm Andrew Giovinazzi, Chief Operating Officer of OptionPit.com, runner of our daily chat room, and a lot of the daily educational services we provide at OptionPit. We're going to be adding the video blogs a little bit. We'll be writing regular blogs as well, but come check it out. Our blogs have I'll just say our blogs are pretty good. We have a pretty wide following on them, so come check them out. If you want to, usually there's something educational in there as well, events. Okay, you got a week to go. Pro volatility trading course, especially as the volatility starts to leak out of the market. What we have right now, hint, hint, we'll start talking about low volatility trading, which seems like what we're going to get. You never know for sure, but it's starting to feel like we're hitting the low end of the curve on all this stuff. Also, if you're an Option Pit Gold, Platinum, or Professional member, you get all these Saturday courses for free. So if you added up all our Saturday courses, if you took them all, it would cost you more than just having our Gold membership, which gets you Option Pit Live and all the Saturday courses. Gold, probably the best deal going for an introductory into options trading. Okay? And taking the course is relatively low cost than trying to make all these mistakes yourself the hard way. So anyway, pop in and take a look. What do we got today? Well, we have, I'll just say it feels like a tired market for the most part. We're getting a little bit of a move up in VIX for no reason at this point, except for the fact that the market's down, maybe volatility oversold a little bit. But the move we have in VIX is kind of outpacing everything. We noticed yesterday all the volatility got sold very hard into the close, meaning if you're a premium seller, the close yesterday was a bad time to do it. And today we have a little bit of a lift, in the vol futures. Not huge. We have, what do we have? 15. We've got a healthy, let's just call it healthy contango in the Nov and Dece normal. They're decaying away at this point. But also notice one thing too is even that VXST, our little 9-day indicator, is starting to, we'll start to hover right around our November VIX, just because we're about getting there to the cycle. We've got by next week we'll only have 9 trading days left to go in the November cycle. So as funny as it sounds, it is rapidly it's rapidly upon us. Right now we have around 13 trading days, 14 trading days to go. Half the cycle is over, lickety split, and for the most part, the November future has been volatile, much more volatile, I think, than the underlying market, save for the big rally in the Russell yesterday, which was pretty massive. And even then, today, it's not doing. It's kind of holding on. It's given back a little bit, but not very much, considering it was trading in the 15 handle, probably at the low yesterday after the Fed announcement. So there's a little leadership still, and Google, Apple's kind of giving back a little bit. Amazon was up a little this morning, but we've had a huge rally, almost back to all-time highs. So the GDP report was kind of mediocre. The jobs report's okay. On balance, just not a lot to get excited for. And I think right now you look at some of these little vol pops, and we can get any kind of decent lift in volatility. It probably will make a sale of some sort as we just go into Thanksgiving and the holidays. Most of the earnings were out. tech was definitely the star. We're looking at some commodities coming over the next 2 weeks, all the big oil companies and stuff, and see what low oil prices, what kind of damage they've done in that sector. So far, commodities in general just have been an awful sorry place for most of 2015. And what's amazing is that's a good about what 10% of the market, and still we're only, I don't know, 1% days away from all-time highs. So that's what we got. So things I want to look at. We'll try to look at the drug sector today. Walgreens was down big after being up big the day before. I think we should take a look at that on that Rite Aid takeover. Volatility products futures are a little bit in no man's land, although there is a lot of there is some decay pressing the products down. But unless we really move, I don't expect any rally in volatility or vol futures to hold up. But we are at the bottom of the range or the near-term bottom of the range, right, for these products. We're just getting right there since we had this big April debacle. So notice one thing about where the level of volatility was, right? So just using VXX as the future proxy, and where our level is now. Okay, that's a big difference just looking at VIX. Okay, so while the market has recovered, it's recovered in kind of a volatile fashion, which is making, we're not quite getting down there to these sort of levels. We touched the 13 handle briefly. Here we go right there, and we could do it again. And it's just a question of, will we sustain basically the non-activity through the holidays? That's the big question. All right. So with that, I will see a lot of you in our chat room this morning and this afternoon. Bye-bye.